Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, December 26th, and this is our last Friday of the year. So we do not have any economic data today. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. So let's get into it right now. Let's get into the broader markets like we always do. Start with the ES. Looking at a daily chart right now, and what we see here, making higher highs, higher lows. And where are we right now? So we did make a higher high and a higher low from the 23rd. So it's still pushing higher right now. Not much trading action because we had a half a day there. So let's get lower. Let's get down to a lower time frame here. We are trading right at this mid-range of this regressional trend line here right now. So, for us to push higher, I'd like to see us get above that. Maybe we can get that push before the end of the year to get to those to the new highs. 7,014. Let's see what we got here. Let's drop down to 4 hours. So there's the 4 hour here. So in order for us today to push higher, I'd like to see us regain that 69.88 level. We can push higher and regain that level. You see in the post market on Wednesday, kind of rejected a little bit, and now we're trying to push higher. So if we regain that level at 69.88, I'd like us to push into, maybe we can get into that 7,000 level today. Comes right into that midline here. And then if we can push higher and get above that, maybe we can push into the all-time highs of 7,014 before year end. I would say let's get to the 15. 15 will give us a little better view on things here too. So maybe a pullback into this 69.63 level may not be bad. Let's take a look at the moving averages here. Maybe a pullback today. If we did get some kind of sell-off, maybe we test the lows from Wednesday down here at 69.52. We are hanging out here at the previous day close right now and trying to push higher. So there could be a little push today. We'll see how what the market shows us. So I'd like to see us, if we get above that 69.88, then we can push higher today. And then if we can get above this midline 69.92, then I'd like to see us maybe push. Maybe today we can push into the all-time high 7,014. If we lose 69.63, which is the weekly high from December 5th, I think we pull back, try to test the lows from Wednesday, and then if we lose that, we come back down here and try to test the weekly high at 69.32. That may not be a bad pullback down at that level. And if we lose that, you have the 20-day SMA down here at 69.11, along with the FMOC low at 69.07. So those are possibilities if we did get that heavy pullback down there. But it is, you can see everything is stepping higher right now. So hopefully we can hold these levels here. First pullback long, maybe 69.63 today. Or if we can push through the 69.88, maybe we can rip up to that 7,014 new highs, and maybe we can get that closed out for the last Friday trading day of the year. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ, same thing, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Although this gave us a kind of an indecision candle, but then we ripped back higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So we are pushing into this resistance level here right now. So kind of same thing that we're looking at on the ES. If we can get above that weekly low from October 27th, 25,931, you have to be careful into this rejection area. But if we can push through that rejection area and get through that 26,034 level, maybe we can get pushed back into that FMOC high at 26,049. And then if we can get through that level and hold, then we go to this mid-range regressional trend line at 26,299.41. I like that level. And then, of course, if we can get a push through that and a hold, maybe we can get a push through that all-time highs at 26,670. As far as pullbacks, if we do lose some steam today, if we lose the close from Friday or Wednesday, rather, excuse me, 25,868. Maybe we pull back down to the 25,815 level. If we lose that level, we're going to probably come back down to the lows from Wednesday, 25,770, 770, oh, 777. And then if we lose, then maybe we come back to this level here. I like this long area between 25,724 and 25,750. That's a good long level because you have that support there at the 20-day SMA that's sitting at 25,710. But we do seem to be pushing higher right now, so maybe we can rip and get that push towards its all-time highs today on the last trading day on Friday. Today is a full trading day, by the way. So that's my view on the broader markets here. Let's get into Tesla and see what Tesla is going to do for us today. Tesla faked me out on, let's get the 5-minute on Tesla here. Tesla on the open on Friday faked me out. I thought that we were ripping and we got above that previous all-time high at 488.54. I got long and I was holding the longs, and I was holding the longs up here. Big rejection at that 1218 high at 490.86. So you can see that that level is still standing pretty strong there as far as resistance goes. Then we came back down to these support levels, lost it. I thought maybe we were going to come back down to this 474.07 during the trading day. Didn't quite get that low. And then we came back and then we got above these support levels that I had here. So this 482.84 is still showing some decent support. And then if we go and look at our point of control levels that we have here, you can see that we have a nice point of control level down here at 482. It's called 482 even, set from Wednesday. So that is an open point of control. Those of you that are new to the channel, by the way, hit that thumbs up button, like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. But anyways, those of you that are new, our point of control, this is automatically plotted for me, and it shows where the heavy volume is. And you can see, by the way, it's plotted out here. This heavy grayed out area shows a lot of volume being traded in this area here. And this yellow line shows where that mid-range is. And if we close above it, we don't come back down and hit it, I leave that line open. And it's a decent line of kind of like a magnet that the market comes back to for support. And then, of course, if we lose that level and go through it, then that level of support would then become resistance. So anything can happen today with Tesla. You never know if we're going to get that pullback. And we are going to, and before we push towards the 500 range, I think everybody is anticipating a 500 level push before the end of the year with Tesla. But, you have to be careful with Tesla because just when you think Tesla is going to do it for you, it rips your heart out. I do pay attention to these flash wicks here. So this is something interesting I'm going to pay attention to as the day goes on. Maybe we get a pullback on the, for most of the market in the morning, and then maybe we rip higher, if not today, but maybe into the close of next week towards the end of the year. However, if we do take a look at the daily chart on Tesla right now, you can see we are making, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So the last few days we are trending down. So you can see right up here, we are getting, this is some pretty decent resistance levels that we're getting up here at the 490, between 490 and 496 levels. So you have to respect that. However, we did have a nice, at the end of the day on Wednesday, you could see here that we did have some pretty decent volume that came back towards the end of the day, and then we kind of channeled out towards the end of the day in this little consolidation period here. So, Tesla can go either way for you today. I don't like the longs unless, again, we can get above the 488.54. I'm still staying strong on that. If we can get a hold above that, I like the longs up there. If not, maybe you get a push up into this mid. Now we are below this midline regressional trend line. So maybe on the market open, maybe we get that push again, see how it responds there. Maybe you get a rejection, and then you do a little pop and fade low, a pop and fade short, maybe down into this 482 level. And then if we lose that, maybe we come on down to the 479.38. Maybe we do test that weekly high down at 474.07 today. And then if we lost that 474.07, maybe we come on down to these stronger levels that I have over here, down at 460, between 458 and 464. Those are some strong levels. We do have an open point of control level that's set down here from December 12th at 454. 454.25, and I'll show you that level, what I mean by that. So if I go fan out that way, 454, you can see what I'm talking about right here. The same thing that I was just showing you up there at the 482 level. Same thing, we had that point of control right here. The market did not come back and hit it, so I leave this level open until the market comes back to it. And so you can see it may not hit it right away, but sometimes it takes a while. We had an open point of control at the beginning of the year at 416 and from January, and it did not fill it until September of this year. So 9 months later, the market sold off from that open point of control level, and then 9 months later it came back. So Tesla literally, I think it pulled back from January, like 200 and something points, and then rallied all the way back 225 points in order to hit that point of control. So that's something to keep in mind. That's why I leave these levels open here right now. But you can see there's definitely some good volumes down here at this level. It's 482 for today. And then if we lose these levels right here, I think that there's really not much support down here until you get to that 474. And then, of course, if we lose this 474, you can see that it could quickly move back down into the 470, 75 level, and then maybe into that 467. I do like this level here, though. If we did pull back in this level, it's right at the lower end of this regressional trend line I have here. So if the market did sell off today and you were patient, I would like this. This would be a really good long entry for Tesla right down here, though. So my play on Tesla today is pop and fades maybe at this previous all-time high, 488.54. That's still a substantial level. You could see how it sold off right here on Wednesday. And then if we do get above it and hold it, I do like the longs into the, try to push back into the 494 level. You know, we have an open point of control. I forgot to talk about that one at 494.45. However, it did get hit here in this pre-market here. So I'm still going to leave it up there. But technically, it did get hit and it did get filled. But I'm going to still leave it up there, though, because it is still a decent level of resistance here. So, again, I like the longs if we can get a push and a hold above the 488.54. But if we do get a push here and we start to fail here, this could be a good pop and fade down to the 482 level for this morning. Let's take a look at what we're going to do for our strike prices for today. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and down in this description you can join the Discord community as well as the Twitch link to see live trading from 8:30 a.m. Central Time into 10 a.m. Central Time for live trading. For today, to start the day, it's expiration day today, so I always trade on Friday expiration dates, so I'm going to start with 485 calls, real tight on a Friday expiration. So I'm going to start with 485 calls and 485 puts. So you can see where they closed on Wednesday, 395 on the premium price for the calls and 350 on the put price. And so you can see we're right at the close from Wednesday. So these prices should open up pretty close to where they closed on Wednesday. And so what I'm going to do, what I do during a Friday trading day, I'll trade today's expiration date till about 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning. And then if I still happen to be trading at that point, I'm going to switch and I'll change my expiration dates to next Friday so I can give myself a little room on the time decay. Because what happens when you're trading 0DT, and 0DT stands for 0 days till expiration, these premium prices are going to be pretty whippy. When the market moves, they're going to, and especially if I have my price right on the money, in the money price, they're going to move just with the equity price. So if this moves 50 cents, this is going to move 50 cents. So it's going to be real whippy. You should lower your lot size on a day like today. And then, so if I am still trading at after 10 o'clock today, I'll switch to January 2nd's expiration date. So then the premium price won't move as volatile as it will on today's expiration date. So let's go over the 5-minute opening range trade from Wednesday. And if you look at the trade, I had a long bias. Let's go here. So I did have a long bias. Like I said, I was taking that long right here, and then it got rejected. However, so I took a loss on that trade. I had a profit in the trade. I didn't take a profit. And then when I saw it reject, and then we lost the opening day trade, I got out of that trade. And then I saw what the market was showing me, and then I saw that we were selling off. And then I quickly turned a loser into a winner, made a profitable day out of it, and then shut it down pretty early because I knew we had a half-day trading. So that's what I talk about all the time. It's great to have a bias and a plan going into the market, but then when the market opens and it's showing you a direction, you have to not let your bias dictate which way you're trading. So anyways, let's have a good last Friday trading day of the year. Hit that thumbs up button once again. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And then also down in the description, you can join the Discord for live trading at 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time, as well as you can join the Twitch channel as well now. So anyways, I will see everybody later. Have a great day. And if I don't see you in the trading room,